from the Thomas & Mack Center. Finale for each of these teams in Vegas. Underway with the Nuggets getting the opening possession. Maduro. Providence. Before that, George Mason hands it off to Antonio Reeves, who floats it in.
When we get to training camp and Zion Williamson looks like he's in great shape, the Pelicans have a chance to beat anybody because he's one of the best players in this league, as we see a nice rim run right there by the big fella.
DJ Hall, last possession for the Nuggets. Hits the dunk. Here's Alexander. Steps in and strokes two.
That's a real nice mid-range jumper, too. Tough shot. A guy like Zion's going to draw 2 or 3 guys. If Ingram is still on the Pelicans, he'll draw a double team with what he does in the mid-range. So Hawkins just has to be able to knock down shots the way we saw Hall knock down the jumper right there.
Alexander against Maduro. Jameer Young with the left hand around and down. And it's interesting with Murray, starting the first part of his career with the Spurs, being known as that defensive specialist really at that guard spot off a screen. Hunter Tyson splashes down the long ball. Rise and fire if you're wearing the Nuggets colors.
Yeah, you lose Bruce Brown, who developed his jump shot, and as we see, Hall's been playing strong early on. I like what he's doing.
Strong attack.
That's nice.
That's Walter Ellis. Out of the timeout, excellent pass. Swatted away. Wow. Deion Brooks goes up. Brown tries to follow and does. Parker Brown, second effort.
Scratching the surface of what he can really be. He plays well. Big-time winner. Obviously won a championship at Kansas when we talk about Christian Brown. You see a nice layup right there.
Players in the Western Conference.
Yes.
Because if you're right, he is able to get the three-point shots up, hit them at a high percentage, and what it does to the rest of the offense.
So the Pelicans aren't doing much right now.
Young has it blocked. The big guard, Jordan Hall.
Are you a good drop defender? Can you switch the pick and roll and move your feet? How do you rotate from a rim protection standpoint? As we see a great drive right there. How do you rotate? That's egregious.
Got a lot of people attacking the basket. Lots of opportunities just like that.
Nice.
Jameer Young.
There by the Denver Nuggets. Young cutting back door, and there was nobody home for the Pelicans.
Jordan Ford finally registers a three in the first made.
How would you hoping this would translate over to the regular season?
I feel like a lot of the things that I did on the court are things that aren't even too out of the...
Would it be like the last game of Summer League? Might not see him again today.
Deion Brooks Jr. from the corner. As Hall on the switch.
Great defense by Hall.
Holding up there on the switch. Leads to a forward three that goes. Reeves dashes in. Hits the ground hard. Can't get it to go. Nuggets trying to end the 10-0 Pelicans run. Can Trey Alexander end it? Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. I didn't like that shot. Had Ford on him. Take your time. Take a couple of crab jewels. Get them to your area, then pull. Force a problem.
There's a three-pointer in transition for Antonio Reeves. As a big man, sometimes the game gets into a rhythm where the big men are doing nothing but running up and down because there's a lot of quick threes taken by guards. Here's Brooks. Tough finish. Tyson regathers, floats for Hall.
There we go. Now we got the lob to work. There we go.
Hall runs in to the big and a fellow Hall. Forward, second chance, goes reverse.
Man, little fella inside, get touch, fadeaways, face-up jumpers, nice jump hooks. So I think that he sometimes has to be a little bit more greedy, looking for his own offense, as we see Alexander looking for it.
And New Orleans cut it to as close as 8. Right now a 10-point contest. Reeves from downtown, bullseye. It's down to 7
for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Getting back to that movement.
That Eastern Conference right now, the pecking order, where you slot, you see it's BJ Hall, by the way, carving out some space inside.
That's a grown man move right there.
That's outside of the top tier. If you say that the Celtics maybe are in a tier of their own, the defending champs. The Knicks, the Sixers with their additions this offseason. We're in the conference finals this year. You mentioned Giannis and.
Gotta say the Bucks. If I don't say the Bucks, somebody might get mad at me.
There you go. So they're healthier, and they get a full year with Doc Rivers as their head coach.
That's the interesting thing. Oh my goodness, nice crossover by Reeves. That's the interesting thing for me as we see the and one. Unfortunately, J.B. Bickerstaff is no longer with the coaching staff, and when you make a move like that, as we see Hunter Tyson with the nice dunk right there, when the coach wins the playoff series, he gets let go.
Bringing it across. Hall galloping steps down the lane. Tyson underneath rattles it through.
Great rebound right there. Rightfully so about Reed Shepard and Dillingham, but Reeves was the team's leading scorer.
Team Calipari's last team in Kentucky had a lot of talent, but yeah,
that's how you end up getting cooked by Oakland.
Golke hitting all those threes.
Yeah.
Jordan Ford turns the corner.
I like the courts. I like the courts. I thought the fans really bought into it. Players liked it. Got a little bit of extra bonus money.
The players, I thought, took it upon themselves to really buy in, and you could really sense the energy from them from the beginning of it. And when the players care, that gets the fans' interest as well.
I know. Nice drive. Oh,
everything but the bucket for Brockington.
Everything but the finish.
Walter Ellis transition, lines it up and knocks it down.
I like that shot by Ellis. Stepped right into that three with confidence, knocked it down.
You have the Villanova connection. You have players, as you said, money on the table.
Great steal
by Walter Ellis.
Nice.
Skies to lay it in.
Great job by Ellis.
Talking about dads who are announcers, LaFonso Ellis is Walter Ellis's father.
Oh, man, hey, listen, LaFonso Ellis was one of the best college analysts for a very long time. I was really a big fan of LaFonso's game.
Smoother operating offenses in college hoops, and he was a large part of it.
Ooh, he's been smooth out here today.
Young, reverse.
Now Denver's got it out to a nice, comfortable number again, 17 points. Pelicans, it's danger time as we get the and one layup. Yeah, the Pelicans got to start ratcheting up the offensive intensity right now. Getting down here with that left hand. Bigs can't, we see a nice three-point shot right there. Bigs can't guard him on the perimeter.
Hold up.
Did you just call me thick on air? Did you say back in the day I was thick?
You were a little thicker back in the day. Yeah.
What in the world? Another man can't call another man thick, man. I'm not rolling. I'm not doing this today. I refuse. I refuse.
I can transition to a Brockington jumper. He was done with the layups.
Yeah.
Ford. The tip back goes Keon Brooks.
They were willing to allow Paul George to walk away for nothing, as they did, but they did so believing that they felt like they could get other pieces.
George, his money, I would have found a way to get Kuminga in that deal. The Golden State Warriors really wanted Paul George. I would have at least got Kuminga out of that deal.
Antonio Reeves. Hall against Adoro. Hall around and out. Gets it back. Adoro stands tall.
Got numbers.
Ford runs the break to the corner. Reeves three
ball. That's what he does. That's his calling card.
New Orleans and Denver, the finale for both of these teams here at Summer League. Off the inbounds, Alexander lays it in. The Creighton products.
Nice. Point line, not letting him catch that ball and just do what he does well, make him drive it.
Alexander loves the mid-range.
Why not? If you can hit shots like that again, Alexander's going to attack that.
Dishes Young, lefty release, Cash.
Great pass. And Alexander's just going to work the clock a little bit. Pelicans trying to come up with a little bit of a trap.
To the corner.
But the Nuggets have the answer.
Could never get that lead. Tied it a couple of times after being down 20-plus points. Ford step back, flicks the three, and splashes it. Tyson grabs the board. Hall catches the outlet. That should just about wrap this one up. Denver holds on at a big lead. A game New Orleans team challenge.